Hi, I'm Mike Tenney, host of Pop Culture Catechism, and this is Awaken the Word, a reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Now, as they went on their way, Jesus entered a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. She had a sister named Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to what he was saying. But Martha was distracted by her many tasks, so she came to him and asked, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her then to help me." But the Lord answered her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and distracted by many things. There is need of only one thing. Mary has chosen the better part, which will not be taken away from her." So in today's gospel, there's a couple things going on. Mary is busy hosting Jesus and his disciples. Mary sits with the disciples to hear what Jesus has to say. And Mary comes and says, "Jesus, tell my sister to help me." And Jesus kind of gently rebukes her and says, "Look, I know you're worried about a lot, but actually what she's doing is more important." And I think that's a reminder for us that we can fill so much of our days with just do, and all the things that we have to do. We forget to ground our days first in prayer by sitting at the Lord's feet. I once heard a priest say he has a rule for himself that no Bible, no breakfast, meaning if he doesn't read his Bible, he doesn't get breakfast. No Bible, no bed. Well, he doesn't get to go to bed until he reads his Bible. And I think that if we can build in certain things like that into our life to remind ourselves that actually the more important thing is to first be like Mary and get our fill of the Lord and let him speak into our hearts and into our lives. Then we can go out and then we can do all the things that we have to do with the right intention, with the right energy, with a little more peace that's going on. Now, the second thing that's going on here is in Jesus's day and age, it wasn't really the place of a woman like Mary to be sitting at the feet of Jesus with the disciples. She should have been in the kitchen with Martha, according to the rules of the day. So not only is Jesus teaching us a lesson about prayer and the centrality of prayer and the scriptures and leaning on his grace in our lives, but he's also teaching a lesson about who can be a disciple, about who can follow him. It's not just for some people, the people we normally expect or our culture tells us. It's not just people who are good speakers. It's not just people who are priests and sisters or running religious education classes or doing this ministry at the church. It's all of us, each and every one of us in our daily lives. And it looks a million different ways. Each one of us has a personal call and a personal vocation from God to live out our call to holiness in a different way. But all of us are called to holiness. We're all called to love God with all our hearts and to love our neighbor as ourselves. And that all starts with centering our day and really centering our lives around prayer. So today, if you haven't taken a chance to pray, I really encourage you, take a moment, breathe, and let the Holy Spirit in. Open the scriptures. Maybe go to daily mass or open up daily mass on YouTube and just take a moment to first sit at the Lord's feet.